Hang on, I gotta think of a little procedure.
Okay, hold.
Greetings and such disaster. Count Cat here at the Davis Theater in Chicago, Illinois, with filmmaker David the Rack Nelson.
Yeah, buy my stick-in movies. They're good at a party when you're drunk and in a room full of people. That's what Mike Flores said of the Psychotronic Film Society. He's the one that gave me the name Edward the 90s back in 92 when I helped him move. But anyway, now it's the Edward of the 21st century, and Svengoolie calls me the Edward of the 22nd century and beyond that even. Yeah, Svengoolie's in a lot of my movies. He's in Devil Inc., Devil Inc. 2, Devil Inc. 3, Miss Werewolf, Werewolf and the Witch, Giant Horned Toad Monster. And not that kind of horny, but because he's a horned toad. But yeah, and buy my documentary, The Lock Edward of the 21st Century by November Fire, and it's on a double bill with my Werewolf and the Witch, which is the sequel to Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf, the movie that Joe Bob Briggs said you gotta get, you gotta see it. So anyway,
Must see, otherwise the devil ant will come for you.
Yeah, and see the premiere of Pumpkin Man Lives, the sequel to my Pumpkin Man movie. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the flyer.
The long-awaited sequel for Pumpkin Man, and you did son of Pumpkin Man.
Yeah, here it is. Here's the flyer. There's Pumpkin Man. That's my Pumpkin Man 1 through 5 with Night of the Pumpkin Man. That's me getting scared of the Pumpkin Man. You can see this. You can see the sequel, Pumpkin Man Lives, directed by Bruce Longo, and they're going to show it October 18th at the what do you call it? Bucket of Blood. Bucket of Blood.
Bucket of Blood.
Right off of here on Elston, I think, by Belmont. You know, at Bucket of Blood in Chicago, Wednesday night, October 18th. They're going to have the screamer of Pumpkin Man Lives, and I'm gonna be there in person. You know, come on out, bring your fiends.
Be there or be scared.
And come to the Monster Bash, October 13th to 15th in Mars, Pennsylvania, and I'll be there. And Xander Vorkov will be there, who is Dracula in Al Emerson's Dracula versus Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So he'll be there. I'll be there. They're gonna show one of my movies. They're gonna show a half-hour preview of my upcoming movies. Monster Man, The Giant Flight Part 2. They're gonna show a preview of that. And by the way, I'm working on a new movie called The Big Spider, which is like the lowest budget giant spider movie of all time. The Big Spider.
Yeah.
And watch me on WGN Morning News on Halloween, October 31st, Channel 9, WGN TV. That's my big 28th annual appearance on WGN since '97. I've been on every Halloween since, because I wrote them for 3.5 years, 3 times a year for 3.5 years. Finally, they call me up 3 years later and say, you know, you've been sending us press materials for years. When can you be on? I go, anytime. So I was so much fun because I'm a fun guy. Not like fungus, like fun
He's
guy.
a fungus.
Not fun guy, but I'm a fun guy. And that's why they invite me every year on WGN Morning News. October 31st, I will be on every Halloween. Watch me on Channel 9 Morning News
Would you ever do
in
a
Chicago. Home of Creature Features and home of the Bozo Show. And home of Family Classics with Fraser Thomas, because I used to watch Creature Features back in the 60s. Anyway, I'm going to shut up, and like my mom says, David, shut up and let somebody else talk. Like my drill instructor says to me, he goes, Nelson, you know what I think about you? And I said, no, sir. He says, I think you're weird. Do you understand? I said, yes, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. Aye, aye, sir. 1, sir. Don't bend the knee, sir. 2, sir. Heels on the line and touching, sir. He said, never mind that, Nelson. Just get out of my face. Okay, cut that.
David the Rack Nelson, one of a kind.
That was perfect. Full